Welcome back to another episode of Foraging Through the Calendar with me, Jack Ball and Bug. I'm a foraging instructor here in the south of England, and in this video series I'm going to be sharing my skills with you online. So, it's the month of November, and November has been a busy month for the forager, especially this year with the moist year we've had. There's been an absolute abundance of fruits and berries out there in the hedgerows, and I've been tapping into them hard this year. The last few weeks I've been real busy with it. I've got well into making my apple wine, so I've been making some apple wine and also utilising the bullets and the sloes and the rosehips to make gorgeous syrups, which later on in the year we'll use as cordials or add them to a bit of cheeky gin at Christmas. But right now I'm at the end of November and the frost hit just a few days ago, and that really mixed things up, changed the game quite a bit. All through October I've been tapping into the stinging nettles, for example, each morning, and a lot of time for dinner as well. Not on their own, just as an addition, you know. But as soon as that frost hit, they've all kind of wilted a lot, lost all their nutrition and vibrancy, and I'm gonna have to wait till the springtime really to tap into them again. And the same story goes for a lot of the greens that got that second wind. Now the winter has arrived and the frost is here, but there's still treasures to be found, as always. Now, one of those November treasures that really fills up my cup is something that is even more important than the food that we can forage. Can you guess what it is yet? It's over in that corner. Let's go have a look. The life force of all that is, not Bug, but this. Look at that treasure.
Wow.
Let's see, let's get a little shadow wave. Hello. Now, this is natural spring water. And natural spring water at this time of the year, November, all across the country, is starting to bubble up and erupt. And this spring in particular is going to be bubbling all the way through now till sort of late spring. Now, this water contains everything that we really need. It's got all the right minerals in there, and it's gone through Earth's natural filtration system. And it comes all the way up, bubbles up to the top of the ground to reward us with nature's sweet nectar. Now, I've been drinking out of this spring now for over 5 years, and I never filter it. I've never put it through a filter. I don't boil it before drinking it. I take it straight from the source. Now, some days, especially when it first erupts, when we've had a lot of rainfall, it can take a bit of time to settle and for a lot of the debris to clear out, and there's quite clay rich soil here as well, so a lot of the clay, it's a bit cloudy and it takes a few days to clear. But right now, as you can see, crystal clear. This is when I top up and fill up my stockpile. Drinking out the source of the spring is completely different to drinking out of, say, a stream or a river. There could be all sorts of contaminants further upstream, whereas when you're drinking straight from the source where it's bubbling out of the ground, there is nothing upstream. The only area that this water has been is through the Earth's natural filtration and come to the surface to reward you with Earth's sweet, sweet nectar. Now, some might consider it quite a lot of faff going out and hunting your own spring water. And, you know, it's not that convenient. I really enjoy the process of coming out here to the woods to collect it. There's also many other convenient springs that you can pull right up to in your vehicle and top up. My nearest one is Glastonbury. I'll go there and top up from the spring water when this one dries out. But convenience comes at a cost, and tap water also comes at a cost, not only financially, but to our health. There's all sorts of toxic matter inside the tap water, but this fresh bubbling spring water has no toxicity and only beneficial compounds within. And that is why I swap my convenience for spring water. Now, the other magical thing about this spring is the fruits that it also provides. We got the spring source just there, and then this guy is a beautiful crabapple tree. We can see all in the spring here, we've got the little crabapples tucked away, hidden in there. Now, I did already come out here about a week ago and cleared up a lot of the apples to add to my mixture of apples for the wine that I made, which I can't wait to try just after Christmas. And that icy frost that we've had recently has really brought out the colour and sweetness of the apples. Superb. Just remember, any apples that you come across, they're all edible. Right guys, I found my first mushroom of the day, and guess what? It's matching my outfit. Can you guess what it is? Well, it's November, it's matching my outfit, this yellow in particular. You got it. It's witch's butter. Now let's pick a little bit of that. Oh, just a little piece, there we go. Now witch's butter is a lovely little fungus to find. They're so gorgeous and vibrant, and they're welcome on the eyes at this time of year. Now, many of the British books will list this mushroom or fungus as inedible. However, in many parts of Asia, they utilise this mushroom, and there's also a close relative called the snow fungus, which is used extensively in the medicinal mushroom world. And the Asians like to celebrate this species. So in honour of my Asian friends, I will be trying out the witch's butter. It's like a pleasant tasting slug. If you got caught in a pinch at this time of the year, there's someone else you could tap into. The hazel catkins. Not at their best at this time of year, and they are quite bitter if you were to eat them raw, but you could roast these down and eat them that way, and traditionally they were used to make a tea to fight colds and flus. So a real winner at this time of the year. I found another crabapple tree, and there's plenty of them, matching my jacket again, and guess what? They're edible. Now there's also a real abundance of the rosehips around still at the moment, and at this time of the year the rosehips have been hit by the frost. Now the frost on all fruits and berries can really multiply their nutritional compounds and qualities just from the shock of the frost, and it signifies to the plant that it's the end of the season and all of the nutrients and energy that's left is then sent to the remaining fruits or berries. And they also sweeten up their flavour massively. So after the frost is a prime time to go out and get them, but you've got to beat the wildlife. And that's why sometimes it's better to get them before the frost. But still plenty around, go out and get them. Same again goes for the hawthorn berries. And don't forget to tap into the sloe berries. They're an absolute winner. In particularly making sloe gin with them, which is just infusing them in gin. And you can also just infuse them in sugar and you'll get a lovely syrup that you can either add to gin or add some sparkling water to it and have a lovely soda. But yeah, do utilise these berries out there. If you watch last month's video as well, I went into some more detail on the rosehips, the hawthorns and the sloe berries. So check that one out if you haven't already. I found another woodland wobbly, and can you guess what it is? It's a cold winter, and this one pops up then. Another wibbly wobbly. Let's pull him on out. Look at that. Now this is the wood ear, or the dew ear, or the jelly ear. It's a mushroom ear. And again, this one is celebrated by our Asian brothers and sisters. They absolutely love this one in their stocks and broths. And it really provides a thickening agent really to any sort of stocks like that. And a lovely taste and medicinal properties. Really good for blood circulation, this one, so tap into it. You'll normally find it, I found it on someone else here, but you'll normally find this one growing on elder. On the dead branches of the elder throughout the year as well. 12 months of the year you can find this guy, but your odds are definitely higher in the winter months. So plenty of wood ear around during this winter. Go out and tap into this woodland wibbly wobbly. And again, it's only fair I have a little nibble of this one raw. Lovely. And that's it for this month's foraging. But don't forget guys, we're stepping into the winter where things really slow down in the foraging world. But not just the foraging world. In our internal world, this is a time for us to rest and regather our thoughts on how we want to move forward into the next year when the spring arrives and all our energy comes back. So allow yourself the time and space to do that. Go easy on yourself and rest up this winter. Enjoy any winter celebrations you take part in, and I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and all that stuff as well. Thanks a lot.